Hi Snake, welcome to the Winds of Jupiter 2018 Chinese New Year's reading. Now, as I said in the introductory, the snake is awake, and I think you are waking up, because the overall energy card for this reading is the Seven of Cups. This is a card about difficult decisions, and with it being cups, it's about emotions, but I don't think at times you've been in touch with your emotions. I notice that at times Europeans say what when Americans say why. And I think this is in between the what and the why. Difficult decisions have to be made. There's options and opportunities. But you have to be vigilant to the end point of these decisions that you make, because there is a prize or a poison involved in each cup, and maybe a medley of a little bit of both. This card can be about confusion and splayed energy. It kind of makes me think of when you go into a restaurant and all of a sudden they've got this huge menu of 4 pages and you just don't know what to choose. A lot of times it's best to choose just the special, what is special for de jour. Feeling the environment out here for you to make decisions. The number 7 in itself is about spiritual quest for truth, and I think that's what you've been seeking lately. It kind of boils down to discretion and discernment, about making good judgment, or should I say good judgment calls. You're at the cusp of landing on your feet or on the edge of a precipice, it seems. Now the cards on the left, for what you know, you received the 5 of Cups and the Death card. Now any 5 indicates obstacles, hurdles that you have to get over. And since it's a cup card, I think there's some emotional unhappiness that had happened, maybe a dark time in your life. And it's been out of your comfort zone. Now, as any cold-blooded reptile, they wait for the temperature to rise to make action and move on. And I think that's what you've been doing. You've been kind of waiting. The 5 of Cups is a card that usually says that you're kind of stuck in the past, and you have to cross that bridge to the present so you can get to the future. But for some reason, the cups are half empty rather than half full. Things just didn't work out the way you planned. Or I sense that some had some preconceived ideas that were more idealistic than realistic. And now the Death card comes in for you to face a little bit of reality and go through a transition. There's changes coming up. And a lot of it is your changes in your attitude and your perspective of how you look at things. Since it appears from the 5 of Cups that you weren't making a lot of decisions connected to the 7 of Cups, the cosmos decided to make decisions for you and threw you in a transition. The Death card comes when it's needed, not when it's wanted. And he's saying it's time to shed some things out of your life that have no purpose anymore. is not serving you. The Death card beckons for a closure of different things. Now the cards next door for what is or can be yours. I've seen the Ace of Cups in these series of readings quite often. And to me here it means that you're doing a reset button for your attitude towards relationships and affection and emotions. You're being given a promise for new opportunities with love and affection, for more deeper relationships, deeper bonding. This card also indicates that you have to start enjoying the love and joy of love. Your material senses, all 5 of them. Sex, love, joy. The simple aspect of just love in itself is joy. And sometimes we don't offer that to ourselves. Now the Knight of Cups is a lover, not a fighter. And he's offering a cup of opportunity. And he is there for the love, but he kind of has an impulsive attitude towards things. Love him and leave him. Rescue the damsel in distress. But after that, he just doesn't hang around. Now, the cards next door for your self-awareness are just your awareness overall. You receive the Hermit and the 2 of Cups. Now, this is the minor arcana version of the Lover's card, the 2 of Cups is. And it's completely related to what is and can be yours with the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups. You're seeking what the 2 of Cups can offer, and that's partnership, balance, and decisions that need to be made. This is a struggle between vice and virtue, desire and deeds, common sense and just sense in itself, sexuality. Can you overcome your desires and the uncomfortable emotions that you had back there with the 5 of Cups to make some good decisions? Now the Hermit card is there to say to go within. Listen to your inner voice. Do some soul searching. Don't listen to other people. Listen to yourself. Other people don't know what's good for you, and they don't have to live your life. You do. Now it really is time to review why you've been unhappy, and you have to make all these decisions, and you're in this transition period. But you're given new opportunities with the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So now he's saying to you to make some wise decisions. Any decisions that you make about love, affection, and relationships in your life dictate your life and dictate where you're going in your life. I've seen some people choose what they eat for lunch more carefully than what they do in their life and where they're going in their life. Now this 2 of Cups card doesn't necessarily have to indicate a lover. It can indicate other people, family, friends, business partnership, a companionship. It can even indicate things and possessions and properties that you've kind of fallen in love with and hard to tear away from. But there is a changing of the tides coming. And that's indicated in the future cards. You receive the Queen of Cups, the Tower, and the 3 of Pentacles. Now the Queen is under control with her emotions, but she listens to her intuition. And all these cup cards that are culminating to this is saying, yes, you have to start listening to your inner voice. The Hermit is reinforcing that too. The Queen of Cups can help an injured heart or somebody that's not feeling emotionally well. She's there to talk you down and take control of your passions and desires. And nurture yourself and be kind to yourself. Don't be so harsh and so judgmental of yourself. Now the Tower card is saying there's going to be some changes or circumstances in your future. That means you're kind of popping out of this transition with the Death card, or it's continuing really strong in the future. I like the Tower card. It just means that there's change. And it's a neutral card. It's not positive or negative. It's really up to you how you deal with it and how the Tower falls and which way it falls. I think there might have been some underground tremors going on in your life from the 5 of Cups. some changes, with the Seven of Cups meaning that it's time for you to make some decisions. Now, if you don't make a decision, that's a decision in itself, and the Death card says, something has to happen and change. This Tower card is like the Ace of Cups card. It's a reset button. It's time to readjust your ideas of things. And you can be finicky and fastidious about it. It's to your advantage to start rethinking your management plan. You know, objectives and goals can change, but if the mission statement does, then everything changes. It's prudent to go into yourself like the hermit and reevaluate all the time what's happening so you can keep up with the de jour on the menu. Now, the Three of Pentacles card is a great card. It's the Architect card. It's about building. It's about sharing the responsibilities with other people, singing on the same sheet of music. Or maybe here it's rebuilding. But the number 3 in itself is the number of creation. Two forces making a third force. A uniting. Now you have a lot of cup cards here, and your emotions have kind of been out of whack. And it's time to put them back afloat. Put them together. Find out inside what's going on, because that's where the problem is. The Hermit always says the answers are there. You just have to find them. And the answers have been inside you all the time. And I wish you happiness, wealth, and longevity.